I'm Tamás Tüske, and I'm the CEO of ViddL. ViddL is a last mile delivery startup. What we do, we complete the last mile delivery for big logistic companies in different cities in Hungary. We operate in Budapest, Győr, Debrecen and Kecskemét. We started the company in 2017 with an idea of revolutionizing the delivery industry. That was a really funny story at the beginning because even though we wanted to do something in logistics, with the co-founders and myself, we had no backgrounds in logistics. We just saw that there was a big problem, there is a challenge, and we thought we could do it much better. Just to give you an insight what we do with ViddL. ViddL mobilizes individual couriers within a city to deliver packages. How we do that and why is it better than the competitors or the other courier companies? We do it much more efficiently and faster than any other companies. And how can we do that? We use different digital solutions to optimize the routes of the couriers. We have a sophisticated notification system for our recipients. Therefore, we make sure that we inform the recipients at every step of the last mile delivery processes. Also, we developed an application for the couriers, and the couriers can easily deliver any packages just using their own mobile phone. And what the recipients really like about our service is that they can modify any details about their packages anytime, and all the modified information appears real time right in the ViddL delivery mobile application. Currently, we deliver about between 2,500 and 3,000 packages across Hungary. Of course, mainly the most of the packages are delivered here in Budapest, but as I already mentioned, we deliver about 300 packages in cities like Győr, Debrecen and Kecskemét. We work with about 150 couriers on a monthly basis. And why people like to work with us and why the couriers like to work with us is the work environment that we create. So anyone who applies for being a ViddL courier, they work flexible time. They can earn as many packages they deliver on the daily basis, and basically they don't have a boss. But actually they have a boss, and the boss is the application itself. But we find it that for the younger generations, the generation Y and Z, an application which is a boss is much more appealing than the real boss, a human person. So by checking their application, they can book their time slot when they want to work. They monitor how much packages they deliver, and all the processes, the delivery processes, happens with their mobile application. How the whole idea started off is it's actually a funny story. ViddL had three co-founders, Dori, Dani and Zoli, and they started ViddL. And after a couple of months of the launch of the idea, I joined the team. So now we have there are four core members of the team, including myself. So there is the carpooling model. In Europe, for example, the market leader is BlaBlaCar, and what they do, they carpool people. So if you go to the same direction as I want to go, I can join, I can chip in with my part, and I can contribute to the cost of the route. And we thought that it's working with people, so why not it would work with packages? So let's say I left my laptop in Győr, and I study here in Budapest, and I really need it, and I just submit the claim that I want my laptop to be delivered here and here in Budapest, and someone just booked the route and brings my laptop here. And even though the initial idea was good, but after making a market research, we found it that there is not really a feasible business model that could support this idea. So we quickly had to iterate the idea and turn to another problem. So after investigating the market, we found that there is a problem with the small and medium-sized web shops. They don't get the favorable prices, delivery prices for big logistic companies, simply just because they are too small. They don't have enough packages to deliver. So we thought that we could offer them a flexible delivery option, bringing the customers in the center of the delivery and therefore providing them an exceptional delivery experience while still providing favorable prices. At this moment, we decided to really look beyond the Hungarian delivery market and the CE delivery market, and we found out that the so-called last mile is a big delivery problem in logistics. The last mile is basically the route in the logistics at the very last part of your shipping delivery process. And what is interesting about the last mile is, even though it's a really small part of the delivery process, it takes up about between 30 to 50% of the whole delivery cost, and it's also really time consuming. So think about, if you order something on AliExpress from China and you get it delivered here in Hungary, the very last part of the delivery process still takes up about 30 to 50% of the delivery fee. And there are several challenges, because once the courier tries to deliver the packages, the recipient is not there, so you have to do it once again the next day, and so on and so on. And checking the US market and the Western European market, we found out that basically there are many startups that launched just for the sole purpose of solving the last mile delivery problem. And all these startups are working together with a big logistic company. And it was really kind of like a really big turning point in our idea, that we thought that the logistic companies are our competitors, but actually seeing the good examples abroad, we found out that basically logistic companies are not our competitors, but rather our partners. And when we had this turning point, we reached out to all the major logistic companies to help them solve the last mile, because we now knew that the greatness of this problem. And this was the time we had our first contract with a big logistic company, and we started working with them. It was 2018, and so far we've been still working with them. And what we did after that, we tried to do the last mile delivery process as efficient as possible, and giving an exceptional delivery process at the very last part of the delivery. And why we put so much emphasis on the customer experience? Because just think about it. For example, when you take an Uber or you take a normal taxi, you just have a different experience when you take an Uber. Why is that? So it's really hard to describe, but you still feel like you rather take an Uber than a taxi. And this is what we wanted to do in parcel delivery. We wanted to have an exceptional delivery experience at the time when you are getting your parcel, and you have the feeling to look forward to having your parcel delivered by a ViddL courier. And so far, like all our processes, this is what we do. We put the customer, the very end of the recipient, into the center of the delivery, and that's why is it possible to modify. And so first of all, we give an exact delivery window when we deliver our package. How can we do that? Because we have a software that optimizes the routes of the delivery guys, and therefore we can give an exact time, minutes by minutes, when our courier will be there. Secondly, you can get notified via Facebook Messenger, via email, about the delivery process, and also you can modify any information that you need. So for example, let's say you take a lunch break and you say like, hey look, I'm not at the address, please come to the nearest restaurant here, and I can get the package. And all this information appears right in the ViddL Courier application, and they can deliver the packages right there. Also, I think it's really different in our model than in any other courier company, is that we mainly work with young people, like young people who go to university or doing a side job, and somehow before ViddL, being a courier was not really a sexy job, but once you give them an application and once you give them a flexibility to work whenever they want, it somehow became a really popular job opportunity. We have about 10,000 registered couriers who wants to be a ViddL courier. Of course, unfortunately, we can't give a job to everyone, but we are doing the best to increase the number of packages we deliver. Therefore, we can give more jobs to people. And what also is really important, that ViddL is paying great attention on sustaining the environment. Therefore, we only deliver via bikes, on foot, electric scooter, electric roller, or by public transportation. So all the time our delivery occurs in a sustainable way. And we believe that in the 21st century, we don't need cities with traffic jams and big vans delivering your packages, when you can do that via a bike courier or even anyone just walking to address. And this is what we do. I think in the last 4 years we have saved Budapest and the several cities with tons of CO2 emissions, and we are really dedicated to doing so in the future as well. We launched the company in 2017, and we delivered the first package in May 2018, and so far in this last three and a half years, we have delivered over 350,000 packages. We have delivered over 350,000 packages with a really high, almost about 95% first success delivery attempt rate. I'm really glad to say that out of these 350,000 packages, we haven't lost a single one of them. Of course, we have one of the owners of the company is our investor. It's the Hungarian Development Bank. It's a venture capital. It's a VC of the Hungarian Development Bank, and so far we have secured about 450,000 euro investment, and our tractions. Maybe I would say that in 2021 we are looking at about over 100 or around 150 million forint in revenue by the end of this year. And of course, I have to mention that we are lucky to be in the industry that doesn't suffer because of the current pandemic, but rather experienced quite a growth. Of course, we had about 6 times growth rate in the compared to the last year, and the whole, of course, the whole e-commerce, that the e-commerce is directly connected to the logistic industry, improved greatly. There are hundreds of millions of people who ordered their first time online in their whole life in 2020. So the whole online shoppers base grew greatly, and of course it's really good for us, because once you ordered something online and you found out that, oh yeah, it's safe, it's convenient, I can do that, I don't have to go into a shop to buy stuff because I can order it online, then this whole online shopper base will remain. And of course after the end of the pandemic we will forecast some kind of loss, but hopefully it won't be that great. And with ViddL we can still sustain, and even we can increase the number of packages that we deliver. Our aim at the moment is to offer our services to as many logistic companies as possible. Firstly in Hungary, but we are looking into possibilities to expand our business especially in the Central Eastern European region. We had different negotiations already in Romania, but looking at the whole CE region, Poland is one of the most attractive regions for us, and of course we are looking for ways how we can expand it. So the core team consists of 4 people, as I already mentioned you, and I think it's the core team is I believe also the success of this company, because the competencies of the core team is quite diverse, and it's also we also complement each other. So let's see, there is Daniel, who is the technological leader of the company. Myself is the CEO of the company. There is Dora, who fills the project management role in the company, and she does quite a lot to connect the business and the IT and translate the business goals into technological goals. And lastly, we have Soli, who is responsible for all the marketing, branding, and the whole outlook of the company. And this is the core team, but of course we work already with quite few people. The greater team is about 15 people. In the 15 people we have several developers, so the whole web application and the application we have done everything in-house. We work with UX designers, we work with UI developers. We also have a colleague who is responsible for HR and recruitment, and of course there are quite few people responsible for all the operation, the day-to-day business of the company. Let's see how a day look like here at ViddL. First, we get the first packages at about between 5:30 and 7 a.m. So this is the first time that we arrived here at the office. Then we scan each of the packages. We scan each barcode of each of the packages in order to know what kind of packages and all the details of the packages. And once we scan them, it appears in our web application. And in a web application, just a click, doing with a one click, we optimize all the routes of each of the couriers. One courier gets about between 25 and 35 packages, so they get them, and we optimize the routes, making sure that they get the fastest and the easiest way possible to deliver the addresses. Therefore, one courier can do about between 10 and 12 packages, and they can deliver between 10 and 12 packages a day. So once the optimization is ready, the next step is to put all the packages into the ViddL courier's bag. And what is important in this process is to put the packages in the correct order, in the optimized order. So when the courier is delivering the packages, we make sure that the first packages that they grab in the bag will be the next address that they have to go and have to deliver the packages. At about 9 o'clock, from 9 o'clock, our couriers arriving to the office, they take their own bag, they put it in their bag, and they deliver, and they start delivering. The whole delivery process is between 9 o'clock and about 5 o'clock in the afternoon. And once we finish with the whole day, all the couriers come back here. They bring back the packages that they couldn't deliver. If there was a cash on delivery, they give it to the courier coordinator. Courier coordinator closes the day and finishes the day, and again we are starting the next day again between 5:30 and 7 in the morning. So it's quite an intense day, especially during the during the pandemic, of course, but also during Christmas time, because Christmas time is the time when about 50% of the whole package delivery is occurring in the country. So that time we tend to work about 14-15 hours a day for 1-2 months. So it's quite an exhausting part of the year. My personal motivation is always to see that what I'm building has a great value, and by building ViddL, I think our value is delivering in sustainable ways and giving jobs to people who want to earn extra money. And especially nowadays, when there is this pandemic and many people lost their jobs, I think ViddL creates a great value. And of course, I'm really proud of my team, because I think this is the team who without them it wouldn't be possible. ViddL is really willing to go for the extra mile to make the last mile a smile.